You make six figures, you're educated, you're responsible. So why is your house full of stuff you never use? Here's the brutal truth. The smarter you are, the easier you are to manipulate. Companies aren't targeting uninformed people anymore. They're targeting you. And they're using your intelligence against you to turn you into a buying machine. The global retail industry makes $2 trillion per year, selling people things they don't need. That's not an accident. That's the most sophisticated psychological warfare in human history. And your brain is the battlefield. Every single day, you're being hit with thousands of micro manipulations designed to make you buy. And the scary part? It's working.
Why intelligence makes you vulnerable. Most people think they're immune to marketing because they're too smart for that. Wrong. Intelligence doesn't protect you from psychological manipulation. It makes you more vulnerable. Smart people overthink, rationalize, and convince themselves they need things they absolutely don't. Your ability to justify purchases is actually your weakness. Here's what they don't want you to know. Every product you see has been through something called neuromarketing. They literally scan people's brains while showing them ads to find the exact psychological triggers that bypass rational thinking. They're not selling to your logical mind anymore. They're selling directly to your subconscious.
The three vulnerabilities. They've discovered that intelligent people have three major psychological vulnerabilities. First, you hate feeling stupid. So when they present information that makes you feel quote unquote behind or uninformed, you buy to feel smart again. Second, you love efficiency. So they package everything as time-saving or optimization, even when it's completely unnecessary. Third, you have high standards. So they convince you that quote-unquote cheap versions will disappoint you. Amazon has turned this into a science. They know that educated customers spend 40% more when they feel like they're making informed decisions. So they flood you with reviews, comparisons, and detailed specifications. All that research makes you feel smart and thorough, but it's actually making you buy more expensive versions of things you could get cheaper elsewhere.
Advanced manipulation tactics. They also exploit something called analysis paralysis. Smart people research everything to death, which creates psychological exhaustion. When your brain gets tired from comparing options, it defaults to buying the most expensive choice to avoid the feeling of making a wrong decision. They literally profit from wearing out your decision-making ability. Social proof has been weaponized against intelligent people. They know you won't fall for obvious everyone's doing it messaging, so they use sophisticated social proof instead. Professionals choose, experts recommend, award-winning. They're not telling you what everyone buys. They're telling you what smart people like you buy. The subscription economy specifically targets intelligent consumers. They know you'll do the math and realize subscriptions often cost more long-term, but they also know you value convenience over money. So they make subscribing feel smart by emphasizing time-saving and consistency, even when you're overpaying for both.
Identity-based consumption. Here's the most insidious part. They've turned consumption into identity. Smart people don't just buy products anymore. They buy into systems, philosophies, and lifestyles. You're not buying a coffee maker. You're becoming someone who takes coffee seriously. You're not buying productivity software. You're becoming someone who optimizes their life. Every purchase becomes a statement about who you are. They also use artificial complexity to make simple products feel sophisticated. Basic items get rebranded with technical language, multiple options, and premium positioning, specifically to appeal to intelligent buyers who associate complexity with quality. A simple notebook becomes a productivity system. Basic supplements become nootropic stacks.
The upgrade trap. The upgrade trap specifically targets people with disposable income and high standards. They start you with a reasonable purchase, then immediately show you how the pro version or premium model would be better for someone like you. They're not selling the upgrade, they're selling the feeling of being the type of person who doesn't settle for basic versions.
Protection strategies.
Here's how to protect yourself from intelligence-targeted manipulation. First, recognize that the more research and justification you're doing for a purchase, the more likely you're being manipulated. Genuine needs don't require extensive rationalization. Second, set purchase limits based on income percentages, not product research. If you wouldn't buy it at twice the price, you probably don't actually need it. Third, implement a simple person test. Ask yourself if someone with no education and limited income would consider this purchase essential. If not, you're probably buying for psychological reasons, not practical ones. Fourth, track your purchases for 30 days and categorize them as essential, useful, or identity-based. You'll be shocked how much you spend on identity. Finally, remember that every minute you spend researching purchases is time stolen from your actual goals. The most intelligent thing you can do is spend less time thinking about buying and more time creating value. Your intelligence is your most valuable asset. Don't let companies rent it out to sell you things.
The war for your wallet isn't fought with obvious ads anymore. It's fought with sophisticated psychological manipulation designed specifically for smart, successful people. But now that you know their playbook, you can opt out of the game entirely. If this video saved you from your next unnecessary purchase, subscribe for more ways to protect your money from psychological manipulation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.